You
Really?
saved my life like 6 times.
Really?
Yeah, so I got to thank you so much.
I don't know
about
anything.
shaking.
What do you want to talk about right now?
Can you tell me about the awesomeness of this?
Of the
right
finger
here?
divot.
Yes.
Yeah. So-
Tell me what the finger divot does.
So most of the stuff that I know, I've been through a lot of training myself. Learned from some of the best in the world. My mom was my best instructor.
Awesome.
My mom grew up rurally, grew up poor, so she was always making, improvising, and just modifying things herself. She would always carry a knife. And one of the first things she would do for knives was she would grab the handle of a plastic knife and she would grind it on a sidewalk.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Wow.
And make a finger divot. And the reason why that was there wasn't to do with anything to do with fighting. It was so she could scream at her 3 kids as she was peeling something and not have to worry about where the knife orientation was.
So she was able to index with it, like
Yeah,
just
she was
because of that divot?
Yeah, she's processing something without
Incredible.
watching. So that finger divot actually comes from her, and it's all about edge orientation.
That is so cool.
That's one. Also, another thing that I noticed she would do is a lot of people worry about stabbing into something, and they will tell you put a thumb on the back, have a guard there, or have a good grip on there.
Yeah.
But not a lot of people worry about extracting a knife, which is something you also have to know how to do. When it comes to some of the training we do, we actually hang pigs for students to actually gain experience as far as how that feels. It's a pretty good facsimile of an animal.
Yeah.
Human animal. That actually comes from some of the pig lab training that I have. When you go into large joints or bone or anything dense, you will get things getting stuck. And for that, you need some place
Something
or
to
purchase
grab onto.
So
I like the forefinger. This thing that gives you a lot more bracing.
yeah, I learned that from butchers.
Makes sense.
If you're
Because they have to
stuck-
deal with meat.
Yeah, if you're stuck and you're trying to poke that out, one, you want a finger divot on there so you can grab a hold of it. Another thing, you have to go Catholic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sign of the cross. You can bump it out.
I'm writing
Knee
these
it
down.
out.
This is brain hacks.
So knee it out. So that finger divot has a lot of uses, but mainly it's edge orientation, so you know where the edge is whenever you're messing around with anything.
You know, Ed, something that you just said that really stuck in my mind was like modifying with concrete. One time I was in Peru, and I swear to God, they had different grits of concrete for sharpening their machetes and stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They were able to do that. That blew my mind. I mean, using concrete as an edge, as a device to modify your edge is pretty cool.
Top of a car window, bottom of a coffee
Yeah.
cup, random pieces of ceramic you find in a toilet or something.
Yeah.
Sharpening edges are great.
If you sharpen on the toilet, you can get that like Viet Cong style,
Yeah.
punji stick thing.
I mean, the real OGs will always carry a leather belt because it's a strap too. Right?
Yeah.
That's what you need.
You know,
Carry a leather strap.
You know, being a knife guy, I think one of the things that you've taught me that blew my mind is just bringing a sharpening stone with me or a medium to make my own edge, and that really gives you an edge on a whole bunch of other stuff that you could be. That's really freaking cool.
One of the hardest things to improvise is an edge.
Yeah.
Pointed objects
sense.
every day, any day, but an edge, not that easy. Sharpening stones, they're not prohibited. Anything with a curve on it, so you can put an edge on it on something. Also, to keep
Holy
it in-
crap! If you could bring like a ceramic sharpening stone, you can make it into an edge too.
Specifically, there's 3 ways of getting things inside of a place where you can't have things.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
One of them is hiding it in a way where it's not found, smuggling it.
Yeah.
With density scanners, with metal detectors, that's not always easy to do. Another way is having an object that is halfway made. So let's say a drafting ruler, cut down the center at an angle.
Holy crap! That's awesome.
And you put a sticker on the back so it doesn't fall apart, and when you need it, snap it in half, now you have 2 shanks. And the final one is a component-based weapon. Have what you need to construct past the point of inspection. sharpening stone, metal straw. You can turn it into a needle.
Metal straw. It's for yerba mate, not for deflating things.
Not for deflating people.
Well, dude, it's been a pleasure and an honor to hang out with you. So thank you so much. Ed, you have an Instagram account now that's, what's it called, Manifest?
We're super banned on Instagram.
Thug Life.
We were deleted at 360,000.
Holy crap.
We are, if you look for Ed's Manifesto right now on Instagram, you can find us, but we're Manifesto Radio Podcast on Instagram. Or you can go through our website, www.edsmanifesto.com.
Which I highly recommend. I took your the international travel thing online. What was that called? The name of it?
Travelers. There's a bunch of them. So basically, there's a bunch of online content we put on our Patreon as well. Mm-hmm. So a lot
worth every penny to me. I would take it. I would pay double for what I learned from there.
It is,
especially with now every time I see a tow truck, I think of things different now.
Oh yeah, it's a key to the city.
Yes.
Basically, some of these online classes are a collection of a lot of experience-based things that we got. I got to do 12 years of counter-narcotics work, very unsupervised in Mexico. So I got to learn a lot of interesting things, and I got to experience a lot of interesting things. And
beautiful.
I am very much about freedom of information. So if anybody wants to check some of that out, you can find me through the website.
edsmanifesto.com?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Thank you so much.
Thank you.